Hey everyone, and how's it going? Welcome back to another deck list for the One Piece TCG Set 9, this time for Bonney. We got a little bit of changes, but a lot of the same. If you're a fan of the green supernovas, I think this deck will be pretty strong in Set 9. I know a lot of people off the bat have some complaints about Set 9 being a little bit of an extension of like 8.5, but I think it's to be expected. You know, the starter decks offered a huge boost in power, including for Bonney. We got a little bit of different top end with the Shanks, but let's get into the deck list and the leader if you're unfamiliar, and then we'll get into some games. We got Bonney, 5 life, mono green. When opponent attacks, once per turn, rest 1 Don. You can rest one of your opponent's characters or leaders. So great way to stall the game, great way to kind of defend your board and life. Getting into the deck list, we got 4 Cavendish. Obviously, Cavendish, like the best card on us to play out for 5 Don, right? One of our best 5 costs. That's the reason that no matter what list you see, you're always going to run like 4 Cavendish, like the max that you can. Just being able to restand 2 Don on play and when attacking. Crazy, because we need Don for lead ability, obviously, and just getting an extra Don on top of that lets us be pretty efficient. We got Scratchman and Pooh, 4 of the on play rest one of your opponents, cost 2 characters or less, right? Can be applicable in some matchups, right? Can be help in, you know, if you have any low-cost blockers or any low-cost characters that you might want to kill, you know, maybe like even a Kai or something like that, right? But can be used, but also just a searchable 2K counter for our Supernova stuff. Next, we got a card that I really didn't like in Set 8, but I can see why he's kind of coming back into popularity. The 8-cost Captain Kidd, 8K power. Don times 1 on your opponent's turn. If he's rested with a Don attached, they can't attack anything but this character. And then you can activate main, rest him to play out a 3-cost character. Basically, you can do that on play, like the turn you play him to play out a blocker, and then attach a Don. You kind of have a very defensible board, right? Even though he's not a blocker, they can't attack anything but him. Really, it was kind of easy to get rid of him when there was so much Lucci, so much like ST14 Luffy running around, like a lot of removal. Lucci and ST14 Luffy, they're still going to be pretty big in Set 9. However, Doflamingo and Purple Luffy are also very big. They are very aggressive decks. So this card helps us in those situations. And then we got the 10 drop and other stuff to freeze that help us against any like black matchup, right? The Captain Kidd, obviously very good for Doflamingo because all of his characters are like 5 or 6K power, so they have to attach Don or just use a red rock to get rid of him. So very costly for them to try to get rid of him, right? Then we got 2Ks for the Doflamingo Don Quixote family package, right? We got Viola, 2 copies, 6 copies in total for the Doflamingo side of things, right? The Viola, 3 cost, 3K power, opponent attacks, rest 2 Don. You can rest one of their Don. Pretty costly, but I've seen some people want to use this for the Bonney mirror match. I don't know. It is just like playing out 3 Don for 2K, and then you have to leave 2 up for the ability. It's kind of expensive, plus another Don for your lead ability. So like if you wanted to play this out effectively, you would need 6 Don total just for this. It seems very expensive. I would just keep it as a 2K counter. Next, we got the 10 drop Doflamingo. On play, total of 3 of your opponent's characters or leaders won't become active during their next refresh phase. And then he's a 10K body, right? This is very good in any black deck matchup because it can freeze their 7-cost Jack, meaning they can't use the effect. You can freeze their Rob Lucci leader, meaning he doesn't get the mill and the -1 for free. And just freezing 3 characters really helps stall the game. And if we have anything to help us restand a Don, like a Cavendish or a Rouge, right? We can use our leader ability to be even more like safe the next turn. Next, we got another Don Quixote, 2K counter, the Baby 5. End of turn, you can trash this character, set 2 Dons active. She's mainly just a searchable 2K. You can use this, but we, like I said, have much better ways to restand our Don, so you shouldn't really ever have to use this on play, right? Next, we got, if you're running the 8-drop Kidd, the Rosinante is the best blocker to play out with him because he can protect any rested character from a KO effect. So him resting himself to play out a blocker, you know, play out this just means that the 8-drop Kidd is more like easily able to defend him because of the Rosinante's secondary effect, right? Opponent's turn, if one of your rested characters would be KO'd, you can trash this character instead. Basically meaning if they're going to KO your Captain Kidd through effects, firstly, they have to get rid of this Rosinante by itself and then KO the Captain Kidd, or just use some bottom deck like a Red Rock. But if they're going to KO it by effect, they have to get rid of the Rosinante first, because if you go to KO the Rosinante and the Kidd at the same time, you can just trash the Rosinante to save the other character, right? Next, we got the Searcher for the Don Quixote, Pirates, Baby 5. Just the 1-cost Searcher, rest 1 Don and herself. Look at top 5. Next, getting into 3 characters that I've always played at 4 copies, but this list cut some space to make room, obviously. We got 3 copies of Hody Jones, 7-8 Rush, on play, rest a total of 2 of your opponent's Don or characters. You can do a mix and match, 1 of each, right? And then take the top card of your life to your hand. I've always run this at 4 because like it just helps so much resting 2 blockers, or on the mirror matchup, it's like insane to rest one of their characters and their Don that they left up to kind of clear board. But I understand because we have the Shanks, we want to make a little bit of room for it, right? Next, we got the Arouge. This is the 4/5 blocker, 1k counter. End of turn, stand one of your Don is active. Again, great way to keep our leaderability online. Next, we got the Basil Hawkins, the 6/7. If your leader has supernova types, then he gains blocker. And then once per turn, if you were to be removed from play by one of your opponent's effects, you can rest one of their characters instead. Really hard to get rid of. It gets a little bit easier with some cards like the 7-cost Jack that rests himself to KO something. So a little bit easier to get rid of, but still very good card. 7k power, like we can swing with him pretty easily and then still defend him. Next, we got 3 of the 5-drop Carrot. I think this card is very crucial in the meta right now because of blue Doflamingo and purple Luffy. A lot of those decks run characters entirely 7 cost and under, and they go very wide very quickly. So Carrot being able to on play and when attacking make it so one of those characters doesn't restand while swinging 6k at maybe another character or at life really helps us lock down the board and prevent our opponent from being able to utilize their very wide board, right? Next, we got the Bonney Searcher for the Supernova, same as Baby 5, rest herself in a Don, be able to search for top 5 for a Supernova. Next, we got 2 of the starter deck Shanks, right? The 9-cost, 11k power, on play KO one of your opponent's rested characters. This is great because it leaves 1 Don open for leaderability if we don't have anything to restand a Don. And it just KOs anything. So if your opponent had just played something big and we were able to rest it, depending on how they swing, or if it's just from a previous turn, just KO anything. It's kind of crazy. And then he's 11k power afterwards, right? Next, we got the 0-cost event. We run, was it 10 2Ks in this deck? A lot of bricks though, but 3 0-cost events that lets us trash anything to gain 3k power during a battle is really good. That is the deck list. I feel like this is more teched to go against blue Doflamingo and purple Luffy. The Rosinante blocker still does help us in the like Lucci matchup, right? But we don't have any of the 5-cost Bonney to stun their Jack, so we have to wait till 10 Don to do so. Nor do we have the 8-drop Rosinante to kind of protect our 5 costs. So a little bit less that for that matchup. But overall, I think the deck is still going to be strong. Of course, you can tech different stuff in, right? We don't have too many like new cards, right? We got like the Shanks and that's kind of it. But that's the deck list. Let me know what you think down in the comments and let's get into some games. We got a purple Luffy. Let's see. Okay, this is actually kind of perfect for just these carrots. We're going second. I will keep because we can play out the Arouge on second. We don't have a turn 1 play. Yeah, we're not going to play out the Rosinante. Maybe. No, we shouldn't, right? However, it is still a chance that he plays the... Do they still play the blocker Law? Do they? Do I 2k or 1k here just to prevent him from hitting me with that 4? Because he... What is the Zoro? Is it a 4-cost? It is, right? I'll take... Okay, that's Not what I was expecting. Okay, KO one of your opponent's characters with a cost 2 less. That's fair for the fact that it would kill my searchers, but we don't really need the searchers. Because I'm going to play out the Arouge. Wait, he took the 5k swing. That's interesting, because now he's down to 2 life. He is up to 7, but I'll go here. I'm going to 1k out of that. Yep, and then Sanji. Fortunately, he synchronized his. Okay, we can go 5. We can go 6 at life, and then we'll freeze this guy. We get a 2k. Okay, we'll rest you, and then. Yeah, we'll take what we're trying to take. Got another 10 drop. That's great. We'll 1k out of this. I don't know if we'll need or find the 8 drop kid at this point, so we'll get rid of the Rosinante. He has 8 Don. He could play out another Luffy and leave 1 up for the counter event, but okay, he played a Magellan. Interesting. Doesn't have anything to KO with this, right? But oh, he took another life. Plays out the Onami blocker. Gets rid of a dead card. Cool. Well, now, I mean, that's good for him. We will freeze his board a lot. We can go, what is it? 6, 7. Play out another carrot. So we'll go. I think we want to pressure his life, maybe. Because I'll freeze 2 characters. He'll have 2 swings, essentially. I'm not really in danger of dying, I don't think. He'll be at 10 Don. He could run the Kaido. He could run Kaido. I'll be aggressive. We'll rest Sanji, of course. Cool. I'm going to swing with Arouge. Just get more cards out of his hand. He won't be able to get cards with Sanji anymore, but... You know, I want to pressure that hand size. It's at 6, right? We'll go here, rest you, get a Don back, boom. So he has 3 swings, technically 2 because we have 1 Don, right? And if I'm him, I want to swing at Carrot because I just kept 2 of your bodies frozen. Give 1k. If he's gonna prioritize killing the Arouge, what is he doing here? 8 Don. I could save him. Do I save him? We're not going to 10 Don yet. I'll save him because I can keep pressuring his board, right? He plays out another Luffy. He's going to leave 1 up for the Gum Gum Giant, I believe, which is plus 4k to go to 9. But you have to trash a card, but then you draw 2, so it kind of replaces. He gets a 2k counter. Let's see. Yeah, this would have been great to play out the 10 drop and freeze everything, basically. Let's search with Bonney. Maybe give him something to swing at. We get a Hawkins. That's pretty good. We saw another 10 drop. Do I have enough to... How much do you need to play out? If I play out... No. I would need, I think, 10 Don, right? To play out the Cavendish into the Hawkins. I kind of still do want to. We just pressure his board. Pressure his life. You know? Boom, freeze you. We'll just swing 6 across the board. Freeze that guy. Freeze the Luffy. We get that 2k. Swing 6. Maybe he'll give us the event. Okay, another 2k. Again, I'm going to be very aggressive here. Just swing 5. He takes. That's good for us. Boom. We play out a blocker. We have a Don. He has 4 swings, technically 3 with our leader ability, right? And then we have 1 blocker that he can't get rid of. So we're not in danger of dying here. We'll rest your Magellan and let Carrot go. Okay. We'll just let the carrots go. I mean, honestly, that's fine. If you don't put up a blocker, or if you do, I think we can win. Go 8. Maybe he thought we had 0 counter. Playing the Nami to trash a dead card. He leaves 2 Don up. See, we could go for game here, split. But I could also just swing 5 and 7, freeze 3 things. Yeah, I think I should do that. Let's go 5. Let's go 7. Kind of just pressuring the cards out of his hand. Right, so he has to use the event now. Goes down a card, goes back up to 4. Right, and then we're going to play out this. Freeze you, and you. Actually, no, I should have done the Luffy. I don't know why I didn't do Luffy there. Reset a Dom. So now he has 2 swings. Technically, I can rest the Nami, so then I can just go straight at face with 20, right? Again, he has 1 swing. If he plays out Kaido, then he has still too much life to get through, right? I still have a blocker. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't freeze the Luffy. That was a misplay on my part. He's going to go 9 at the... Okay. I'm going to rest your blocker. Block. We do have 1k in counter. If he just assumes that I have no counter, it goes like 7 at him. Nope. I assume we'll get a blocker coming out. Yep, kid. He has 4 cards, no Don up, so 7, 9, 11, 13. So if I went 13, right, I would have 7 Don. That is 12. So he probably doesn't have all 2Ks, right? 12 and 13. GG. All right, we got red, purple, Luffy. We're going to go second. I don't know if I need 2 Hodies here. I'm hovering over the mulligan. I'll do it. It got worse. But I was hoping for a little bit earlier gameplays, right? The kid could help us here. The kid could help us. If he plays out Zoro, that's good for us. Okay. So I could just normally swing 5, play out, a root, but like he's 6k power. So if I go 8 and leave just 1 Don up, I feel like we can pressure his life a bit better. I'd rather do that than just have a blocker. Because now he's going to want to swing with Zoro, obviously, but then I can just rest his leader. We'll still take anyway. We get a 10 drop, great. He could, okay, yep. Ramp, and plays out the Searcher, nice. And he gets the Onami, cool. All right, now we can go 7. Do I need to? No, because he's already at 7, so it doesn't matter if I kill Zoro, right? So we'll go 7 at life, get a 2k counter. Right, and then play out the Arouge, so we have to play a little bit off, right? 1 Don, so he doesn't really have like the best swings, right? He can match a 5k. We will just boom. I don't know if he needed to ramp there. I guess to get to 10. Well, no. It would have been like that anyway, right? I don't know. We'll take. We get another 8-drop kid. No Rosinante, right? Luffy. Okay. I guess because he was going to Don minus for Luffy. That makes sense. Plays out the Sanji. We're going to 8 Don. I can play out the Hawkins. Interesting. Do I want to keep going down this far? Not really. But yeah, we're gonna have to get. Okay, doesn't want to lose the. Wants to use the Bon Clay for a bigger swing, right? Which I give him if I play out the Hawkins, right? But yeah, my other option is just play out the Hody, go down to 2 life, and hope he doesn't have that much counter. We could kill the Bon Clay, swing 9 into Sanji. We might get that. I'm gonna be greedy. Boom, bam. Okay, we get another 10 drop. Okay, bam. Swing 9. Yes, okay. At least we get that. We will pass. 1 Don up and a blocker and a dream. He could 10 drop me. But next turn I can play out the Captain Kid. And we get to Shanks. Ayo, we're in danger. Right? Are we? We're in pretty big danger, right? But I have a 10 drop, so I'm not like so worried. We have 2 0-cost events, 2k counter, right? I'll get rid of a Hody and a Hawkins. That's actually better for me. We will let that go. We'll let that go. I think we're going to 0-cost and 2k here because I don't want to go down to 0 life just in case he has a rush card. We're going to get rid of the Hawkins. Boom, bam. Because we're gonna 10 drop him, right? We're just gonna 10 drop him. I think we're just gonna chain 10 drops. Boom, bam. Right. And then start swinging 10s at his life. Yeah. I don't know. 7 Don. 8 Don. Onami. Blocker. Got it. 2 Onamis. Cool. Interesting. We'll go 10. He takes 10 drop again. Okay. We can't do anything else, but we can just chain the 10 drops. If he has another 10 drop, though, we're in trouble. But at this point, we keep the Hody, too. We have a little bit of counter with the 0-cost and Hawkins. We can just kill his with the Shanks, right? Swing 6, 10, 10, 2. That's another option. We get the Sanji coming out. 2 Sanjis coming out. I can kill his 10 drop. Or keep them both frozen. I do want to pressure more cards out of his hand, though. I do want to do that. Because I think I can survive the Sanjis and a leader swing, right? Because technically it's still only 2 swings. But if I do that, then it's only 1 swing. That I have to deal with. I think I'll 10 drop. I think it's 10 drop because then I only have to deal with 1 swing. Yeah, I'll do it. Boom, bam. Swing 10 and 10. Just get rid of these blockers. Yep. Yep. That's all the 10 drops that I have. I don't want to go down to 0 life. So I'm going to get rid of an 8-cost kid. He's at 10. He could do another 10 drop Luffy. In that case, you know, I have a blocker and a little bit of counter. I can get out of a 8-9 swing. But he doesn't have it, thankfully. Plays out another Nami. I think at this point we could play out Hody and probably be good, depending on how much Don he leaves up. All right, we can get rid of both blockers, but he's still got a huge hand. Huge hand. Huge hand. That's a risk because he got 2 Don. Let's see. There's 2 event in there. That's plus 4,000. That's pretty hefty. That is pretty hefty. I could kill the 10 drop and then swing 10s into his board. I think that could be a good play. I think that could be a good play here. I don't know. Because I drew a 2K counter. Yeah, let's do it. Kill. Swing 6 into Sanji. Get some cards out of his hand. Right. We need to make his board less threatening. Also get counter. He gave us a 2K for a 6 swing. Maybe he doesn't have that much counter. You never know. His hand size was huge, right? He gives us a rad beam and a 2K. Boom. Like next turn, yes, we go for game, of course. We rest you. Give a 2K. If he has 10 drop, still in a little bit of danger, but not crazy. Okay, let's see. How does this? How are we gonna go? Whew. I mean, I played through how many 10 drops? All right, so we're gonna go 0 cost to go to 8. He's down to 6 cards. Now I have a blocker still. He could Usopp and rest it. That would be troublesome. But he don't. Block. Take. We get a counter. Okay. So, do I rest the counter? I don't know. Let's just swing a 10. We can probably burn his cards out, right? This requires 2 cards and an event, right? All right, let's see another 10. Okay. All right, what's my math here? 3 cards. I think we just got it. I think we just have it. I think we overestimate that. Yeah, GG. I'm over here overthinking like crazy, but GG. He had 3 cards, so like just the math on a 10, 11, and then still 10 Don to go 15, right? That's, yeah, we had it. Maybe I went overkill with the 10 drops there. You know, if you saw better plays, let me know. But all right, we got blue Doflamingo. Perfect. We see a carrot and a searcher. We go second. Obviously, blue Doflamingo wants to go first to use his leader ability first, right? You need 3 Don. Hopefully the carrot is what we're looking for. Wait, oh no, he chooses to go second. Okay, fair enough. We'll play out that. I mean, fair enough. I guess you do have a pretty good going second play as blue Doflamingo, right? Because if you have he drew the Boa Hancock blocker. I wish I could take that. We'll take I guess just a 2K counter. We do have a couple of dead cards, but just 2K is great, you know? And then we'll go 6 at life. Boom. He took. Unfortunately, though, we did see the carrot, so that means we've seen 2 of our carrots, right? We got the Jinbei into Boa. We will rest you. That's fun. Let's go 5 at life. He won't be able to gravity blade just yet, so we'll freeze you, keep you frozen. No Don up for leader ability, sad, but that playing out the carrot right now is just so good because he can't really respond to it. So we're going to get at least 2 turns worth of value. He does get to leader ability, swing 7, swing 5 at us. We will take. We do have the kid and a Rosinante blocker in hand. So we don't mind going down too low in life. However, he is blue, so he could run that pudding, which would really hurt us. I think we will Bonney search. Let's see what we see. We get the Cavendish. We'll definitely play that. We can swing 6 and 6. So we'll go 6 at Jinbei, freeze the Weevil. Really, in this scenario, like the more carrots that you see, the better. At a point, I feel like I could cut a 10 cost for a 4th carrot, honestly, because we have the searcher to find the 10 cost, or even, I don't know, maybe something else. But just, there's the gravity blade to get rid of him, right? But now he doesn't have leader ability. So we'll see even if he wants to swing. He does. Rest a blocker. Boom. However, we've pushed that carrot up 5 cards, 6, 7 cards. Don't think we'll get it back, but you never know. I'm going to 2K. I'm kind of going off of... All right, we got a 10 drop. So I could play out the kid right now, but then I wouldn't have any Don for leader ability. However, he's got 6K bodies, so it would at least require a couple of Don to swing into him. He's only got 5 cards in hand. Now 6 to go up to 7 next turn with draw. He could have a red rock to get rid of it, but that would be 6 Don, leaving him 4, so wouldn't hit me too hard. Yeah, we'll use the kid. We'll use the kid. No leader ability. We'll choose the Resonante. Pass. Not really looking to protect our life too much. Like at 3 life, that's kind of early to play out, right? But he bounces that back. Interesting. We're not really looking to protect our life, but just kind of stall the game out to play out the 10 drop a little bit safer. That's 12 at him. We can defend that. Boom, bam, boom. And now he can't swing at us, so that's even better. We don't have Don though for him, unfortunately, with no Cavendish on board. However, we can swing 8. Yeah, this is a free block for him. However, you never know, because also I want him to block. So now I can Doflamingo, boom, bam. At least 2 things, right? Maybe not the best because we couldn't freeze his leader, but we get a 10 cost on board, right? I don't know. Yeah, that was a little bit of a misplay playing that out there. I don't know why. I just forgot that his leader wasn't rested. But we freeze his blocker and a Weevil. He's still trying to get rid of this, which is kind of crazy. We'll give him 1K. That blocker that he bounced back. He doesn't need a swing into this because I don't have any Don attached, so he could just go for my life. I could have kept that in hand, honestly, to play it out with the 8-drop kid the next turn, but yeah, I don't know why he... Maybe just mentally you're used to seeing the kid out on board and have to swing at it, but you didn't have to. But I appreciate that you did, you know? All right, let's see. We have a bit better of a turn. We can play out the Hawkins, and then swing 8 and 10 into stuff. We'll kill your Weevil, hopefully. He does have 6 cards. He saves the Weevil. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3. We'll go 8 at Weevil. Okay, cool. Play out you. Leave it on up for leader ability. Got 2K counter. He's at 3 cards now. 4. Withdraw. Let's see. This is about like trying to control the board a little bit. He is just so easy to go super wide, especially on 10 Don. There's so many options. We do have the kid and the Resonante, but we're a little bit lower in hand size, right? From defending earlier turns. We'll rest the leader, so you can't leader ability. We'll take. Okay. All right. We might want to take down his... No, actually, I don't know. Why? Okay. Interesting. We'll take down to 0. We get a 10 drop. All right, listen. Maybe he'll block 6. I hope he does. Yes. I don't know of any Doflamingo player that runs any blue rush cards. So I feel safe. If I eat my words, I eat them, right? But rest, rest, rest. We should be safe, technically. And now we have 2 10 drops, a 7K body, and our leader swing. Hopefully we can get through 2 life and 6 cards. Hopefully. Gravity Blade. Just for him. That's fine. That's fine. Does he have 3 Don for a blocker or just... Let's see. I'm going to be selfish at first. Let's go just 10. He takes. Let's see. Because I could leave up for the Captain Kid. But then if he just Red Rocks Kid, then I'm kind of screwed. I don't know. Let's just see. He takes. I'm just going to swing 15. I'm a big fan. If you got it, you got it. GG. He had a lot of the dead cards. GG. That, I feel like I misplayed a little bit there, here and there. But overall, that's what I aim to do with the Blue Dopey matchup, is get the carrot on board, right? Just kind of lock down his board and then just the 10 drops. Like I said, this is a deck that, yes, it goes very wide, very aggressive. However, it doesn't run like rush cards. So you know, hey, if I lock down their board, they can't really do anything to my life or my board this turn. They can play out bodies, but we can just deal with that next turn with another 10 drop, anything else, right? Like I had the Hody in hand if he played out a blocker or something, but I also had the Kid combo with a bit of counter, right? So even if he Red Rocks the Kid, that leaves him with 4 Don to swing with 3 bodies, right? And we rest 1 with leader ability. We still have a blocker. He could go unblockable, but then he would only have, what was that? I think the Perfume Fever, the unblockable, does it buff you by 3k or 2k? I don't know. It would be like 9 or 10, and I think we had the counter for that, you know, but very close matchups with this deck. But if you can control the board with your carrot and 10 drop, I feel like that's like your best strategy. But that is the deck list for Bonney in set 9. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of different deck lists for this. There's people that run the 1 cost Bedge blocker. There's a lot of different lists that run like more of the Shanks, less of the Shanks, no Shanks at all. Like, I just think it's a pretty good card for Bonney. However, it's unsearchable. Some people might still run the Zoro. I don't know. I think we might deal with Nami a little bit less in set 9. So maybe you don't need the Zoro as much. I think our top end for this particular list is very strong. And like if said, if you're a fan of Bonney, like this is running pretty similarly to set 8. Unfortunately or not, you know, depends on how you view that. If you like how Bonney runs and how set 8 decks run right now, you know, you're going to see a little bit of similarity in lists, right? But we can kind of safely run the Captain Kid in the list. You know, again, I wasn't a fan of this in current set 8 format with how much kind of just KOing by effects we have, right? It's still kind of easy to get through the Rosinante blocker with like a Brook or something like that. I wasn't really that big of a fan, but now it looks like in set 9, we're seeing him come back. I don't know. Let me know what you think about the list down in the comments. Anything would change, do differently. Again, I think it's a very fun list. I love this archetype, how it runs, how it pilots. I think it's very fun. But yeah, let me know any thoughts, comments down in that comment section. Leave a like on the video, subscribe if you want more deck lists, and I'll see y'all in our next video. Bye-bye.